I've been working with a number of students online talking specifically about weight shift. How much weight should we be moving to that lead side and when should we be moving it? A lot of players that I've seen in the past move the weight to the lead side from the upper body and the lower body together. In this video I'm going to teach you how to create that slight little bit of separation that gives you that natural spine bend at impact, but most importantly helps you hit down on the ball, compress the ball better. Also, we'll talk a little bit about the shaft lead. How much shaft lead should you really be creating in your impact position to give you optimal strike? One of the common faults that I see, and this is a big thing at the moment with all golfers, trying to create speed, trying to create power. Everyone talks about rotation, trying to get as much turn through the golf ball as possible, trying to open up that lower body to the golf ball pre-impact. Now, that is absolutely correct. Of course it is. However, when you get to the top of the backswing, if your body weight is central at the top of the swing, or maybe just favouring that trail foot, and you only rotate into the downswing, what you end up doing is keeping the majority of your weight on that trail side. You'll have great hip rotation, but you've got no pressure into that left side. The movement of your weight and the movement of the pressure into that lead side is what helps you hit down on the golf ball. What you find with a lot of players that just only rotate from the top of the backswing is that the hands then need to start to release the golf club earlier. So now we get a shaft that's leaning away from the target. Now, when you get a shaft that leans away from the target, you're only going to present the bottom leading edge of the club or the first two grooves. Now that's not optimal striking, that's catching the ball a little bit thin, or just the bottom two grooves adds loads of spin and you lose a lot of distance. Where we want to be striking the ball is maybe 3 or 4 grooves up, and to achieve that the golf club needs to be leaning 10 degrees to 15 degrees to the left side or to the target side of the golf ball. This will take away the leading edge and the bottom two grooves and present, with the correct angle of attack of course, present those middle grooves that you want to strike the ball from. Now also, this goes in direct correlation to weight shift. You need to be getting the body weight into that lead side so you can hit down, so you can get the golf club to hit down on the golf ball with that shaft lean to hip the center of the club face. So from the top of the backswing, what we're going to try and feel is that lead hip pushing over the lead foot. We're not going to get the shoulders going there, so we get that lead hip pushing over the lead foot, and then from this position what you'll notice is that golf club can start to work back down on plane. Now, one really nice tip I have for a lot of players that I coach is feel like the lead hip goes over the lead foot as you keep your back to target. So don't allow the shoulders to turn as well. Don't even allow the shoulders to move to the left, and don't allow them to rotate. That kind of very split second, that thousandth of a second. I know it happens all super quick, but just feel like the weight shifts into that lead side as you keep your back to target. This is that transitional move there. We've got the pressure going into the lead foot, and we've got the golf club delivering back down on the same plane that it came up, which is absolutely vital. Keeping the club as neutral as possible in that transition. From here, the lower body's going to start to rotate, and we're going to try and get the lower body pointing over the lead foot with the chest just left of the golf ball as you come into impact. And all of these create this impact position where we have that 10 to 15 degrees of shaft lean, and we have that angle of attack that allows you to hit down on the golf ball. Hitting down on the golf ball is not something you could subconsciously do with your arms or with your chest or anything like that. It's a culmination of correct weight shift, rotation, swing path, being able to keep the club on plane. A lot of players that get to the top and just turn and spin will put the golf club on the outside of the swing plane, which then means relative to the golf ball, you're going to have to cast it. So you might be a player that early extends, that casts it, that releases the golf club a little bit too early. They are not necessarily your faults. They could be saving your swing. They could be saving you in hitting some really good shots. But the main fault will have happened earlier in the swing. That's why understanding this weight shift is absolutely vital. So one really good drill I would have for this, and that first feeling is obviously getting to the top, keeping your back to target but pressuring your weight into that lead side. Just watch my trail knee there. My trail knee is just kind of pushing down towards my lead ankle, and just that feel there that everything moves into that lead side as I keep my back to target. That's a really nice feel to have. Another one that's a little bit more of an exaggerated drill, and I like this one. This is something that Pete Cowan taught me years ago. So if you swing up to the top of the backswing, bring that lead foot next to your trail foot, and what you're going to do is you're just going to stamp, really stamp into that left heel, but don't let your head go past the golf ball. So you're going to get that lower body shifting into that lead side and then turn, and you'll feel the pressure already going down that left side. Now, you don't have to hit balls with this. It's a super difficult drill to hit balls with, but you can do this at home. You can even do it without a golf club. Just put your arms pointing down, swing up to the top, stamp, and turn. And you'll notice how that pressure just shifts into that lead side, but your head doesn't go as well. So the pressure shifts into that lead side, and then you can rotate. So that's a really good drill that you can do at home. If you perfect it, you can do it on the driving range as well. It's, like I say, it's a tough one to do. You can also use that feeling of just allowing your lower body to push towards the target, but keeping your back to the target as you do so. Again, that's more of a feel than a drill, but these points are really important to help you understand how to hit good quality ball striking, the understanding of where you want to be hitting the ball on a club face, and overall getting more consistency in your distance, your ball striking and your ball flight. If you've got any questions about this, please do drop down in the comments section below. If you'd like me to have a look at your golf swing, the link for my Skillist app is down in the description below. You get a free swing analysis. All you've got to do is follow me, and if you want some lessons from there, we can jump on a Zoom call and discuss that as well. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. And I personally hate seeing the strong grip on the majority of golfers that I coach. Now, there are always outliers. There are some players that you'll be able to tell me have got a really strong grip that hit fades, or the best players in the world. But for the majority of you guys watching this video that have the strong grip, it's really holding you back. Right, think about it. You holding this golf club is the only connection you have to the club. Now, one of the most important thing about the golf swing is the impact position. It's the point in which you hit the golf ball. You need to have as best control over this as possible.